Okay, so here's a little story I like to call Lytle, Texas. Um, Little background, I'm a MAT assessment team member, which means I go out and I try to help people if they're feeling suicidal or they just need an assessment to get into a mental health facility. So, I'm driving from northeast San Antonio, which is over about Ya. See, the video cam's backwards. Anyways, 1604 in Bulverde, I'm going to Westover Hills Hospital, which is way on the northwest side of town, out past SeaWorld, out past everything. If you don't know San Antonio, you won't know what I'm talking about. Well, we're talking about a good 30 miles. And I'm driving there because I'm supposed to be shadowing Letitia, who's leaving her house at the same time. So I'm trying to meet her, and I'm fighting 5 o'clock traffic. This is not good. As soon as I got the call that she was going there, I was like, okay, I'm going to shadow her. And then I get stopped in a 5 o'clock parking lot in the middle of 1604 San Antonio, like major traffic in San Antonio. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, I'm going to miss this call. I'm going to miss this call. What am I going to do? How am I going to get there? So I'm weaving in and out of traffic trying to get there as fast as I possibly can. There's really nowhere to go. You know, like when you weave in out of traffic, you weave in, and then this side starts going faster, and you're like, what the hell? I just switched sides, so this side would go faster than that side. But now they're freaking passing me up. And I said frickin' there because I'm trying to tone down the cussing. It's part of my Buddhist philosophies. But anyways, so I'm driving down the highway and weaving in and out of traffic, trying to get to Christa Santa Rosa. I get there eventually off Highway 151. You have to turn around, and then I don't know how I got there. I had to call. I'm horrible with directions, but eventually, point is, I got there. But Letitia was actually, I saw Letitia, and she was actually done with the assessment. So she was like, okay, let's go to the next place. And I was like, yeah, okay, alright. I messed up one, but I'm not going to miss this next one. True story. This is the Lytle part. So she goes, take 410 to 35, and then take a little turnaround, and you'll be right there. Here's what I did. I took 410 south. So I'm like up in this northwest corner of San Antonio, somewhere up here, and I'm taking 410 south. So I think I know what I'm doing because I've been on 410 south before. And then I'm like, okay, I'll take 35 south. Wrong, right here. I should have heard this huge alarm go off in my head. It says, no, Nick, you're going too far south, too far south, too far south. But what do I keep doing? Like, I'm driving like, where's downtown? I don't see the Tower of Life building. Where's the Tower of the Americas? Where's the Alamo Dome? Blah, blah, blah. All the things that you would see in downtown San Antonio. This would be better if I hadn't lived here for 26 years. But my sense of direction is horrible. Anyone can tell you that. So, I'm driving. I keep driving. And I'm like, okay, I've officially gone too far. But I'm out of gas. This whole time this is going on. Westover Hills, no gas. And I've driven like 30 miles. So I gotta fill up. I pull up this little station, and it says, you're now entering the town of Lytle, Texas. And I knew I screwed up when it said you have passed the Atascosa County line. So I was no longer in Bexar County. So I was like, okay, I gotta turn around, but first let me fill up at this little gas station and have him tell me how to get back into town. And I'm talking to the guy behind the cash register. He was a little bit country, but a nice dude. He was nice to me. So I walk up there, and I'm like, excuse me, sir, how do you get back to San Antonio? And he's like, you see that little road up there, right up the road right there? That is 35, Highway 35. You need to take that north for about 20 minutes, and you'll be in downtown San Antonio. And I was like, okay, this is 35 north, so I didn't put two and two together that I had gone 35 south way too far. I was just like, okay, this is going to take me to downtown. So I get on 35 and I'm just heading north. Everything's not cool. I'm calling Letitia, like, I'll be there in 10 or 15 minutes. There's no way I was going to be there in 10 or 15 minutes. It's like a 30-minute drive minimum. So finally I'm driving, which is a pretty pleasant drive from Lytle to San Antonio. You know, it's out in the country to the city. So I'm driving through the south side and whatever, just going about my way. I'm passing South Cross Boulevard and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yes, now I know where I am. This is San Antonio. This is where I've grown up my whole life. And I notice on the right side, hospital this way. And I'm like, yes, Downtown Baptist Hospital. I'm gonna make it. Blah blah blah. Blue signs. Blue signs point you to hospitals in San Antonio. Big blue signs. And okay, exit here. Take the next exit. And then just follow the blue signs. That's all I have to do is follow the blue signs of the hospital. Somehow, the hospital that the signs were to that I didn't realize was Santa Rosa downtown. So I'm at Santa Rosa downtown. I'm like, this isn't Baptist. So I get on the phone and call my dad, and luckily there's a guy in the car with my dad who used to be a cop who knows like the whole downtown grid of San Antonio, has it implanted in his brain. I wish I had that gift. I am completely opposite of that. I have none of that. But I'm talking to him and he's like telling me which streets to take and blah blah blah. And anyways, it takes me from downtown Santa Rosa with all the one-way streets, and you can't turn here, you can't go there. Downtown San Antonio has more one-way streets than most streets in Mexico, I'm pretty sure, and it's just ridiculously constructed. And I've seriously probably spent like 3 days of my life wandering around downtown San Antonio not knowing where the hell I'm going. That's not an exaggeration. If I took the time that I've spent in my car, like, where in the frick am I? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hit a bus. Why am I in the bus lane? That's what I do in downtown San Antonio. So if you see me in downtown San Antonio, immediately stop driving, pull over to the side, treat it like an emergency ambulance. As I'm driving through, I'm talking, and he knows all the streets, and like, no, don't turn here, don't turn here, don't turn here, don't turn here, blah, blah, blah. It takes like 10 or 15 minutes. Now, Downtown Baptist and Downtown Santa Rosa both have the names downtown in them, but they're still like 15 minutes apart. It doesn't mean that they're not 15 minutes apart. I just want to make that clear, because they are. So, skip forward. I get to Baptist. I park in the back, and I'm just running upstairs to get to the elevator, to get to the 5th floor, because I know the bed number and everything. The elevator only goes up to the 4th floor. I'm pressing 5, but 5 won't hold down. So I walk over to the little girl at the desk. She was short, but she wasn't a little girl. She was probably about my age. I was like, ma'am, excuse me, how do I get to the 5th floor? And she's like, it's those elevators right behind you. And I saw the elevators, so I thought maybe, but I didn't know, and I didn't want to cost myself more time. So here's what I did. I got in the elevator and went up to the 5th floor. And then I get up to the 5th floor. Well, no. That's not what even happened. Hold on. Okay, I'm at 8:49. I'll stop and it'll be continued at about 9:59. But anyways, okay. I had gotten on the 4th floor, and I was in such a hurry to get up there that I like jetted up the stairs because the elevator wasn't working, and I knocked on the door, and the nurses were like, we can't let you in, you might be unclean. And so I didn't really get up there. I had to go back down and then ask the lady at the door, how do I get to floor 5? Because I was pretty sure it was those elevators right behind, but I didn't know. And I wasn't about to just get in them again and not be able to get to floor 5. So she's like, I'm talking to the lady, and she's like, sir, you just need to get on those elevators and go up to floor 5. And then I walk away, and she's probably thinking, what an idiot.